lonely.
A powerful explosion ripped through Moscow's busiest airport.
Is everything pointing to Chechen rebels, even though no one has claimed responsibility?
No immediate word on the cause of that blast.
Police believe that as much as 10,000 pounds of TNT, or the equivalent thereof, was used in this blast.
President Obama is condemning what appears to be a terrorist attack that killed dozens of people as they waited in the international arrivals terminal.
The main investigative body for the security forces in Russia is now classifying this as a potential terror attack.
The Interfax news agency is reporting that a suicide bomber may have...
Turn off these useless idiots from the Savage Nation. If these jerks who are in the media were in the media in 1939 to 1940, you'd be speaking German or you'd be a lampshade. Welcome to the Savage Nation. Unless there's a worldwide response against jihadism, we're all dead. Don't you understand what the heck is going on around you? Can't you put two and two together? When is America going to wake up from the, you want to call it PC? I don't even want to call it PC. I'm so sick of this, I can't take it anymore. I watched the news, and I watched the news, and I watched the news, and I waited for one John or one Jane to say the Islam word. I waited for one John or one Jane to say Islam, or radical Islam, or Muslim terrorist, or Islamofascism. I waited for one John or one useless Jane in the media to understand that we're at war. They've declared war on us. I waited and waited and waited until I turned the TV off. The Islamofascist attack against an airport in Russia. The media is filled with reports, if you can find them, but not one of them will talk about these crimes against humanity being committed by Islamists. There's a wonderful article by a Muslim named Walid Faris, who is a professor of global strategies in Washington, D.C. Now, he advises the Anti-Terrorism Caucus in the U.S. House of Representatives. The problem is no one listens to him. Being a Muslim himself, he knows better than most of us do what must be done. And his headline is, Moscow's airport massacre must trigger a worldwide response against jihadism. The fact of the matter is, this is not an isolated incident. I was watching a Nat Geo show last night. This time it wasn't about the world coming to an end and why we shouldn't believe in God, but we should believe in Nat Geo. And this one was about the steps leading up to 9/11 in the United States of America. And how, although there was a mosque in Brooklyn where one jihadist after another came from Pakistan or some other hellhole on the planet to come and plot the killing of Jews and Christians and infidels, one after the other, they traipsed into that mosque in Brooklyn. And some FBI agents knew that this mosque was the center of it. This was the hive where hate was being preached. This was the hive where bomb-making materials were being traded. Although they knew it, the FBI had its hands tied, first by Clinton, then by George Bush, and of course now the hands are tied still by Obama. We're Islamofascists. The only question is, when are we going to hit back? Because unless we do, we're dead. Now, many of you are waiting to see what Putin will do, because many of you realize that Putin has come across as a strong man. In fact, his reestablishment of power, or his reascent to power in Russia, was directly tied to his allegedly tough crackdown on a jihadist attack in Russia way back when. If you remember, back in 2002, some of the practitioners of the religion of peace went into a school and had bombs attached to them. They were women. 800 audience members and actors in the musical Nord-Ost were taken hostage. And 129 Russians, innocent all, were killed after the police stormed the building, right? 2003. Explosions near the local branch of the FSB in the village in Chechnya, one after the other. Explosion. 2 female Muslim suicide bombers in 2010 ripped through a packed Moscow subway during morning rush hour, killing at least 39 people, wounding dozens more. 2011, today, a deadly explosion at an airport outside of Moscow, killing at least 31. I'm sure the figure will go higher. The question is, how are we going to stop these trigger-happy, religiously insane people? How are you going to do this? What is America's proper response? Where is there a leader in America to stand up and say, I will protect you, I know what must be done, give me the power, let me become the commander-in-chief, and I will unleash I will unleash holy terror upon them. I will unleash a holy terror upon them that they will never forget. And when I do unleash this holy terror upon them, wherever they live, they will be hiding from us. We will not be quaking from them. Where is that leader? Tell me, where is that